How'd you like the 250?
Better than a not working 125.
Probably feels pretty good having that big gas tank in between your legs.
Oh yeah.
Yo, what is up guys? Hey, I got a lot of things to cover. We're gonna talk about some bike problems that we've been having with the 125. If you have a similar bike and you're having bike problems and you are coming into this video to get ideas on how to troubleshoot it or fix it, go to the end of the video and I will break down everything. We did a lot. I'll break down everything that we did, because I know how it is. Like, you go to YouTube, you have a problem, you have something you're trying to fix, you get some dude with a camera that likes to ramble, and you're just trying to, you know, figure out how to fix your problem and move on with your life. I'm gonna run through all the entertaining stories, but go ahead and skip to the end if that's what you're here for. But before we get to that, back to school's coming soon, which means that if you want to be successful, learn, and make the most of your time at school, you're gonna need supplies, right? You're gonna need backpack, a number 2 pencil, Scantrons, you're gonna need shoes, you're gonna need clothes so that you don't get picked on. A lot of kids who are going back to school are not rich or well off. Some may even be homeless. How do you know? How do you know when a kid going back to school is homeless? You can tell by the way they dress. You can tell by how they look. You can tell by their clothes. You can tell by their transportation when their parents drop them off in the morning. We don't have enough money to sleep! But you have an opportunity to help. If you go into the Advocates here in Murray, Utah, they've got an apple tree with a bunch of needed items for local kids going back to school. You can grab one of the apples off the tree, purchase that item, and return it to the same location, and the Advocates will give it to the children in need. If you aren't local, you can also contact them on their Instagram, and they have a link where you can donate to their Venmo, which will increase their budget and allow them to help more kids. If you're watching this video in real time, that's going on this week. If you are watching this video later on, you could probably still donate and help out in the future. Okay, so a while back, we did a race. It was the first race that we did at Bunker Hill. It was an area qualify for Loretta's, which Loretta's is going on this week, to give you an idea how old this footage was.
First game.
That dude with a headset on, he looks like he was born to have a headset on. Like, if you had to cast a movie and you needed someone to wear a headset, that would be the guy that you'd get. And it was a pretty uneventful race, so I probably wouldn't post or bring it up. But it kind of tells the story of where we started noticing the problems with the 125 and sets up for the next video, which will be Luke racing a 250. Also, side tangent, I don't have really any footage other than my iPhone videos from that week. I don't have the footage from the track camera or the vlog camera, and I have like 6 SD cards that are all giving me errors right now. I don't know exactly what footage is on each SD card, but it's lost. So let this be a lesson to any aspiring YouTubers, like, get your content out fast. Don't sit on it because like the SD cards are so small, you lose them, they break, they get corrupted, you delete footage, your pet eats one. I went down to the Apple store to see if they could help me to try to figure out how to get the footage on the SD cards, because it's weird. It's weird that 6 went out all at once. But they're like, yeah, the computer can't even read these. Maybe try getting a PC, because PCs read things differently than Macs. I went and bought a PC, it didn't work, but before I did that, I remembered that I have an old PC, it's like 15 years old, in my storage. So I didn't even know if the thing would turn on or not, but I was like, what the heck, I went and got it, I plugged it in. The thing turned on, I was kind of surprised.
Dude, this was legit. Back in the day, I was sold because these speakers for a computer, couldn't beat them.
This old like Toshiba laptop that when Mason was a baby, he would crawl over when I wasn't looking, and he would rip the letters, the keys off of the computer, and I'd walk back in and the letters are like scattered all over the ground and in his mouth, and he's eating them.
These things will pop off, and he would like he had so much fun ripping these off. I was able to get most of them back on, but some of them, the connector piece either broke or he swallowed them. I think he ate a bunch of them.
They're probably still in him. Like he's got 2 shift keys probably in him right now. Who does that? Who eats shift keys? But anyway, so I get on the computer and I find some footage. It's like a time capsule. There's footage from like 09 to 2012, 13 era. But anyway, so it'll be really fun. I'm gonna go through and see what kind of clips I could find on there of the kids when they were really little. But for right now, Bunker Hill, beautiful day, gorgeous, prime track conditions. Couldn't ask for anything better. I like that track. The track was pretty good. Jumps are small. Even Lillian can hit everything pretty much second lap, but you could see the whole track as a spectator. You could see the whole layout from anywhere at the bottom of the hill or top of the hill, which is pretty cool. It has a lot of rollers, which I kind of like because Luke's really good at rollers. I really enjoy watching him in rollers because he can get creative. So I'm kind of bummed about not having the track footage because of that. Other than that, it was pretty uneventful. Why'd you fall?
I don't even know, dude.
So after the moto day 1, Luke came off the track. He said that the bike wasn't running right. It was losing power.
I think my bike's about to blow up.
Really?
Yeah, I'm losing power.
That's not good. The bike had about 40 to 50 hours on it. I looked up on YouTube and one video said that the clutch could be going out. It didn't seem like that was the case, but you know, we'll just try it. I asked around. There's another kid with a 125 who has a dad who's way more prepared than me. Dad has a clutch with him at the race, pre-soaked in oil, ready to go. Isla let us use her trailer as well as her dad to help change the clutch so that way we didn't get any dust into the engine.
Alright, you're doing good, half a lap, it's good.
Alright, the wind keeps coming randomly. It really sucks. Like, no fun getting dirt thrown in your face. Anyways, the day is almost done. Luke's lining up for a second moto. He's got a new clutch. We're gonna see if that fixes the problem or not. He goes out there again for the next moto. Similar, same thing happens. He comes off the track. He says that the bike is good for a few laps and then it starts losing power. So then I heard that you need to reset the power valve after you change the clutch, which there's this little wake up connector that comes with your bike. You plug it in under the seat, twist the throttle 3 times, and then it will reset your power valve. Morning practice, hoping he comes off the track after practice saying that it is much better and good to go. So Luke goes out, same thing. He gets a couple laps in and then the bike is losing power again.
My bike's doing it.
Doing it again? So he doesn't push it too hard, but he does finish the race enough to qualify if we decided for him to go to the regional. He did qualify, but there wasn't a lot of competition. I think everyone qualified. We owe this guy a thank you, Damien. He, well, 2 thank yous. One, he's out here flagging all day, keeping people safe. I flagged one time last summer. I was there like 4 hours and it was super boring. The worst part is nobody even crashed, so I didn't even pull out the flag once. Yeah. Not only that, but you're also getting some shots and filming. Yeah. So that's pretty rad, dude. If every filmer did that for us, our videos would be so rad. So I don't know, Luke got like 5th or 6th. No, maybe worse than that. Everyone qualified, but only one person didn't get a trophy, and Luke was able to get a trophy. Should I film him and be like so excited for his trophy?
Yeah, only one kid in his class didn't get one.
Lillian's like telling him, like as we're leaving, Lillian's like, go get your trophy. And he's like, no, I don't want it. It's like 7th place, 8th place. I don't want the trophy. Lillian goes up to get her trophy and then she's like, Luke, go get yours. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And then Lillian made him go get it.
Dude, we spent all this money and I'm like, go get it.
You know, now you're concerned about money? She's like, Dad paid for this race, go get your trophy. So then he goes and gets it and then he comes back and then I make fun of him for going and getting his 8th place trophy. Nice, let's see it, Luke, let's see it! Whoa! Yeah, let's see it! So it was fun, but we still got to figure out what is up with the bike. I take it back, I get it washed, cleaned up so I could take it to Edge. edge resets the ECU, I believe. I guess there's different settings for the ECU, so they put it back to stock setting, or at least they checked it. They just checked it to make sure the ECU was correctly set. After they did that, it started to smoke. But I figured like, okay, it probably just needs to blow out. So the next day we take it to a Jordan River for practice. We get to the track, we get to Jordan River for practice. Before the kids get onto the track, we're messing around on this e-bike that we just got to test out. The Hafsco GTRS. It's got a 1500 watt motor, 65 mile range, and get this, a 450 load capacity, which was why I was excited to test out the bike. Sound of stopping. I mean, I don't personally know anyone that weighs 450 pounds, so I made a Facebook post to a local group online to see if I could find someone 450 pounds to help me test it out and review the bike. I got lots of reactions, but no one 450 pounds replied, so I figured I'll get 3 kids that happen to ironically all weigh 150 pounds. You guys each weigh 150 pounds, right?
I weigh 120.
I think they got room for one more if anyone wants to go to Aspen. Has a motorcycle style headlight. You got a guard protector right here. Anybody throwing rocks at you, trying to knock out your headlight, good luck. I'll put a link below if you want to check it out. About 3 inches of travel. Hey, 3 inches is better than nothing. 7 gears. C7. Still don't believe me? I'll prove it. 7. BMX style rims with oversized tires, so that way you could like take care of curbs no problem. I just rode up a curb and didn't even feel it. Great for getting around the track. I thought the wheelbase was a little narrow, which is good because the bike takes up less room, but for handling purposes or comfort, I thought like the wheelbase was a little bit narrow. Other than that, it did what it needed to do. The seat is big enough. The bike and the seat can handle 450 pounds. Okay, you guys can be done. You don't have to keep doing it.
No, I like it.
We fire up the 125. The thing is still smoking out the exhaust. This bike was smoking a lot when I was warming it up. Makes me nervous. We're testing it to see if it's better. Hopefully it cleans out while he's riding. It seems like it was getting worse, and after that I pulled Luke off the track and I told him not to ride anymore until we could get it figured out, which he probably would have been fine. There was just a little oil leak and a little bit of extra oil that was burning off, but he probably would have been fine. I mean, if it wasn't a race day, it wasn't a race situation, and I'm paranoid, you know? Like let's say if you had a dirt bike that was stolen out of the back of your truck or several times, every time you walk out of the store, you like you panic a little bit until you see your bike in the back of the truck because you're paranoid from past experiences. Kind of that way with bikes blowing up, because we've had that happen a few times. So if there's ever like if it's iffy, I'm like don't risk it. So luckily Luke's friend Kellen from St. George, we still gotta think of a nickname for that kid. I usually they come to me quickly, but I don't know. I haven't thought of anything yet. You guys have any ideas for Kellen, nicknames for Kellen? Let me know. But Kellen came up with his 250. He was doing the beginner practice, so he was cool enough to let Luke ride his bike on the faster practice. Usually I like the kids trying different bikes, testing out different bikes, bigger bikes, but I was like, man, dude, if Luke gets on the 250, he's not gonna want to get on his 125 again. Kellen, thanks for letting Luke use your bike, Kellen.
Absolutely. You gotta go rip it.
Yeah, always bring a friend with you to the track in case you need to borrow their bike. Like, they call them cheater bikes for a reason. 250s are just so much more easier to ride, and they fix your mistakes. They clean up your mistakes. If you screw up in a corner, you lose momentum, you pop out of a rut, or the back end slides out, or whatever. The 250 just kind of cleans that up for you. You got the power to pick your momentum up again, and it doesn't ruin your whole section like the 125, but you know, it was good. Luke rode good. He felt comfortable on the bike. He threw it around a little bit. You know, didn't push it too hard, obviously, because it's not his bike. Oh, look at this. So cute. First person to line up for the next practice.
Making me feel all gay.
How'd you like the 250?
Better than the not working 125.
You probably feels pretty good having that big gas tank in between your legs.
Oh yeah.
Feel comfortable?
No.
So big thank you to Kellen for letting Luke ride the bike in practice. Also, the next day, Luke raced it. So you guys can stick around. That'll be the next video. Next video, Luke will be racing the 250 and you can see how he does. Okay, so the 125, we're gonna do more content talking about the 125. It's got some advantages. It's got a lot of disadvantages, obviously. I assumed it was gonna be like any other 125 that I was familiar with, but it is a little bit different. Luke's been a trooper on the thing. Like, the advantage is that it's teaching him to be a better rider. He's got to work harder to keep up with kids that maybe aren't up to his level, which has been hard, especially at Jordan River, because that is a high-speed track and it is long straightaways and then tight 180s, long straightaway, tight 180s. So it really favors people on a faster bike. But hey, well, I'll talk about that later. We'll talk about the pros and cons of the 125 itself later. But for right now, issues with the 125 that we had. One, it was losing power, especially when it got hot. After a few laps, it was losing power. Second, third gear felt like third or fourth gear. First thing we did is we changed the clutch. The clutch looked a little burnt, but it was probably fine. I don't know, but we changed the clutch. After you do that, you have to reset the power valve, which I didn't know at first. After that, we reset the power valve with the wake up thing, the little wake up connector that hooks in under your seat. After that, the bike was smoking a lot. Basically what happened was the crank shaft seal went out. So those things, I don't know, they get hot. Maybe the clutch went out, the bike got hot, that caused the seal to go out. Maybe that's what happened. But regardless, I've heard that 40 to 50 hours, those crank seals tend to go out, which is about where we were with the hours on that bike. Good news is that they're cheap. It's like a $20, $30 part. Get them at RockyMountainATV.com. By the way, use the link in the description. Helps us out. Get yourself an FMF shirt while you're at it. These are on clearance, like 15 bucks. I just grabbed a couple. Compliments left and right all day long. People are like, dude, I love your shirt. But those seals are easy. Those seals aren't too hard to change. I was able to do it myself. The hardest thing is you just got to find something the right size to press it in evenly. And then since that happened, after that, running great. The bike is running good. It's not smoking and we haven't had any problems. So if you've got a 125, similar issues, try that.